So it was one of the more unusual sights of this war, a Ukrainian Yak-52 trainer chasing down a Russian Orlan 10 reconnaissance drone somewhere over Odessa. Now this is an old Soviet-era plane, and the guy in the back is believed to be shooting at the drone, possibly with a light machine gun, but it's not really clear exactly what he's using. Eventually the drone's parachute deploys and down it comes. And it seems this isn't a one-off. There's been pictures online of a Yak with these kill markings painted on the fuselage. And there's even this footage shot from a Russian Zala drone of a Yak-52 close up. You can clearly see the chap in the back presumably getting ready to fire something. So what does this tell us about the drone war going on in Ukraine right now and the resourcefulness of Ukraine to use everything it has to counter these Russian RPAS, these remotely piloted vehicles?
So yeah, given the relative speed of remotely piloted air systems, their size as well makes them very difficult for modern fast jets to target. That's always been one of the things that we've looked for in modern fast jets is the speed at which they can travel, the speed that they can move from point to point. And so it becomes a disadvantage to be able to go as quickly as a modern fourth, fifth gen fighter aircraft. You simply haven't got the time to target, to lock on, to be able to fire the ordnance that you need to in order to be able to engage the target. So something with a lower stall speed, something that's more maneuverable, something that can fly a lot slower, gives you the chance to actually maintain that presence in an area for longer, to engage these targets, which are notoriously difficult to shoot down from the air.
So what is the Yak? Well, the Yakovlev or Yak-52 is a Soviet-designed two-seat primary trainer aircraft used extensively by Eastern Bloc countries for pilot training. It was designed in the late 1970s and manufactured by the Romanian company Aerostar under license from Moscow. It has a top speed of 177 miles an hour and a range of 342 miles. Inside the tandem cockpit, there are dual controls for the instructor and student. It also has a retractable tricycle landing gear, which was unusual for Soviet aircraft at the time. And with its powerful radial engine and its ability to withstand G-forces, it's also a favourite with civilian pilots performing aerobatics. The Orlan 10 drone the Yak shot down is really a staple of Russian reconnaissance and surveillance and is used in Ukraine to provide electronic warfare, the Russian army's target acquisition and its artillery spotting. And this incident really also shows how the line is being blurred between combat and non-combat equipment. With creativity and ingenuity, you can repurpose bits of kit and use them for an entirely different purpose, something the Ukrainians are very good at.
It's important to remember that in any war, you're not just fighting the physical fight on the ground against the enemy, but you're also fighting the moral aspect and the morale aspect of it all, that you can send this footage back to your population and you can show them, look at the advantages, look at the developments that we're making, look at the effect that we're having. You know, we've talked for a long time about how it's very difficult to engage RPAS. Well, look, now we've got a capability to do it. Look how impressive we are, but also the effect that can have on your enemy at the same time. We thought that these systems were largely invulnerable, that we could put them up at will with very little danger. Now, all of a sudden, we can see that actually they are quite vulnerable.
So are we going to see more of this? Well, the Yak is obviously pretty vulnerable to Russian air defences, so they'll have limited use, but there's great morale-boosting effect of seeing this old trainer downing Russian drones that frankly cost about the same as a Yak. And it's another example, of course, of Ukraine's absolute determination to win this war. Thanks for watching. For more from Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.